evening, viewers, and welcome to another dynamic and interesting episode of Young and Upcoming on CNC3. And you know, as per usual, I'm excited, I'm ignited. This evening, our featured organization is ACCA, the Association of Chartered and Certified Accountants. Good. And they are also one of our kind sponsors. So let me go straight and introduce my guest. And I have three young stars I'm anxious to introduce them. But let me go to my featured guest, one of my featured guests, Miss Brenda Lee Tang, who is the head of ACCA Caribbean. Brenda, welcome.
Thank you very much.
On my immediate left, I have my baby star, who is Jeremy Mulgaldeen. Jeremy is 21. Good, welcome, Jeremy. On my immediate right, I have Fareeda Mohammed. Fareeda is 24 years. Fareeda, welcome.
Thank you.
And on my extreme right, I have Krystle Lake. Krystle is 27 years, and Krystle is a certified chartered accountant. She's an ACCA member, and we'll hear more from them because the show belongs to them. So, folks, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so there you have it. Those are my stars for this evening, my young and upcoming accounting stars. But before I start chatting with them, let me go to Brenda. Brenda,
yes,
welcome again.
Thank you.
Brenda, ACCA Caribbean is the regional office which was set up by ACCA in the UK.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, so if you could share with our viewers the role of the organization in the context of the region.
All right. We were set up in Trinidad in 1999, and it was really based on a numbers results because we have the largest amount of students in Trinidad. We have well over 18,000 students and 4,000 members in the region. And right now the major markets for us are Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados, and Guyana. The way the office is run, however, we've had to do a restructure because we've had to put managers in charge of the various territories. So we have a manager in charge of Northern Caribbean, and that person, she's Paula Marcel Irish, and she handles Bahamas, Bermuda, Cayman, Jamaica, and Belize. And we have the Eastern Caribbean handled by Maria Batson. She handles Barbados and the OECS. Southern Caribbean is handled by Shane Kissoon, Trinidad, Guyana, and Suriname.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. Brenda, before I want us to talk more about the growing interest in ACCA, because even on my campus, I'm seeing that interest, a heightening interest in the program, but we'll talk about that later. But I want us to talk about the difference in terms of the qualification. I know off camera we talked about affiliate. We talked about a member. Good? So if you could just differentiate for us, and then perhaps we could identify. Well, I know Krystle, my girl Krystle, is a chartered accountant. Good? But we could, in the context, define Jeremy and Fareeda.
No problem. Well, if I start with Jeremy, he is an affiliate. An affiliate would have sat and passed all exams for the ACCA. There are 14 ACCA exams. Yeah. For the student, for Fareeda, thank you. She would have sat, well, she would not have completed all the exams. And Krystle would have passed all the exams, and she would have maintained 13 of the 20 objectives that she needs to complete to become a member. Oh. And that is practical experience she would have gained for 3 years, over 3 years.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. So let me start with my baby star, Jeremy. Jeremy, at 19, now you left school at 16, and at 19 you had completed the ACCA exams. How? Tell us, that is a mystery. I know you had a balanced life, and we chatted, but share with our viewers, because I think they would want to know, and we have a large young audience out there as well.
So what I did is, like, after CXC, I practically didn't know what I wanted to do, but I had taken interest in accounting. So my mom, who's also a chartered accountant, she encouraged me to do CAT. Okay. So I started to do CAT, and then in 1 year I completed CAT. And then in 2 years and a half, I completed the ACCA exams. Now I'm working towards membership.
No, viewers, you see what I'm talking about? Every episode I keep talking about the support that is so important for, to be given to our youngsters. Without the support, it will be difficult for them to excel. And every program you will see living examples of that importance. I can't help but, but really explain how important it is. But Jeremy, well done.
Thank you.
So, Jeremy has completed A.C.C.A, working towards membership, and you also indicated to me that you're going to start your MBA.
Yes.
And Jeremy is also going to do forensic accounting. Jeremy?
Yes.
Tell us about the MBA. When you propose to start that?
So I propose to start this June. However, I'm not sure as to which MBA I'm doing. Actually, I'm going to London this year. So I'm going to look at schools and MBA programs that they offer so I could choose one that is suitable to me. And as a sideline, there's something called CFE, which is Certified Forensic Accounting. They do, it's like a year course where you do to become forensic, to do forensic.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Fareeda. Fareeda, you told me that you had 3 more programs to complete, yes, and you're working towards that.
Yes.
What influenced you to pursue A.C.C.A?
Well, growing up, I grew up in a home where my dad was a taxi driver. I had myself and my 3 siblings. And he worked around the clock to make sure that we could go to school. And my mom was at home, and she was the one that would take care of us. She would cook, she would make sure we study everything, right? Yes, yes. So that sacrifice that they made was what pushed me to try to do my best. And
viewers, you see the support, the support, the support. I cannot emphasize how important it is. Please support our young ones. It is important because when we support them, our reward will be their success. Krystle. Krystle was shy. She wasn't sure whether it's television. She said, Sandrine, but they didn't tell me. But she was briefed then. No. Krystle?
Maybe in my excitement hearing the news, I probably didn't hear all of it properly because I was really excited about it.
No, Krystle, you indicated that accounting wasn't a dream. It was natural talent.
It was. I always did well at accounting, but I was really passionate about economics. So I did a degree in economics in UWI. After that, I applied to Ernst & Young. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I just applied after UWI to see what jobs are. And after getting into auditing, it was in my contract that I had to do A.C.C.A. I started, and I just flowed through. It was a challenge at times because you're working, but Ernst & Young provide adequate study leave, so it was not as difficult maybe in some other organizations, but it was nice.
We take a short break. When we return, we continue our very interesting conversations with our team. Welcome back to Young and Upcoming on CNC3, and if you have just joined us, our featured organization this evening and one of our kind sponsors is A.C.C.A. I have with me my 3 young and upcoming stars, and also Miss Brenda Lee Tang, who is the head of A.C.C.A. Caribbean. Welcome back, folks. Brenda, there is CIMA and there is CFA. Those are just some of the other accounting qualifications, but as I said earlier, from my own experience and even on my campus and in chatting with other young people, it seems as though there is a renewed interest or heightened interest, I don't know how you want to define it, in pursuing A.C.C.A, which is, I think, one of the oldest in terms of accounting qualifications.
Well, we are actually almost 105 years old, or maybe more than that. We celebrated our centenary in 2003, so we should be 209 years old now. We have had a renewed interest because we have recently introduced the foundations in accountancy, And we didn't speak about this, but this is a qualification or suite of awards where you can start without any prerequisites. You don't need to have O-level accounts or English or maths, and you can start. There is a self-check module on their website, and you can go and assess yourself to see where you will start. You progress for the first to the introductory stage. You get an award at the end of that. It's management accounting, financial accounting. You can progress to the intermediate, then the diploma in accounting. And when you get the diploma in accounting and business, it takes you straight into ACCA. So you're finding that people are looking at that route rather than going straight to ACCA. If you go to the university as well, you finish the program. I think Krystle did it, she was telling me, but she had a degree in economics, so she just got one exemption from the first level.
Yes.
However, we have an agreement with the University of West Indies, and they are able to get up to 6 exemptions from our suite of subjects that we have on offer.
So perhaps all of that contributed to the renewed interest, perhaps?
As well as what is happening in the financial landscape and in regard to the role of the auditor and the role of the accountant changing. And for a long time, the accountant was in the back of the office and known to be a bean cruncher, but now we are more outward facing.
Yes.
A lot of accountants are holding CEO and CFO portfolios right now.
Yes.
I was in banking at one point, so it's that kind of shift.
Yes.
In regard to the strategic outlook that an accountant or auditor should have.
Interesting, interesting. Jeremy, my baby star. Forensic accounting, you said that is one of your future pursuits. But what was the influencing factor in terms of you wanting to go that way as opposed, let's say, auditing and taxation? I'm just curious.
The reason why I chose forensic accounting was that there are not much forensic accountants in Trinidad, and to be one of the few, it would be a good accomplishment, and we could bring that experience to Trinidad more in depth.
Yes. And at the moment, I know you are currently employed with PricewaterhouseCoopers,
yeah,
which is one of the premier organizations in terms of accounting and auditing. How is the experience? So how long have you been there actually?
Okay, well actually as I finished my exams, I was hired by PwC in January 2011, which makes, this month makes like a year and 4 months. So the experience is, we have something called the PwC experience, is where that we embody all the parts of accounting, and we try to be more client focused and try to do our work to the best of our abilities and so on.
Yes, yes, yes. But having had the experience, Brenda, at PricewaterhouseCoopers, I mean for Jeremy, that sets the pace for him in terms of bigger things. In terms of his accounting pursuits, eh?
Yes, and I just want to add, you did mention that the support that the students are given, the ACCA has what we call an approved employer program, where we work with established employers, and the Big Four would be involved. So Jeremy's organization, PwC, is a Big Four employer, and they would give a lot of support to the students who are transitioning from student to affiliate to member. The support comes in terms of study leave, a lot of financial support for the student fees, the exam fees. Excellent. So they are really supported by these key employers, and I mean, they will tell you the kind of support they have.
Package in terms of...
and then we have continuous training every year. We have to do training, so we make up our CPD points to become a member. So we have that training every year.
Excellent, excellent. We take a short break and we return to our interesting discussions shortly. Welcome back to Young and Upcoming on CNC3. Again, we are discussing, we're having some very interesting conversations with my young stars this evening. And I now turn to Fareeda. Fareeda, when we spoke very briefly yesterday, you sounded upbeat and so. What happens? What is there in terms of the future for you after completing your 3 courses? Because I know when I spoke to you, you were anxious. I'm completing that quickly next semester. So what happens after that? Okay,
well, to be quite honest with you, well, I'm getting married this semester. Hence the reason why I took my break, right? So after that, I finished my ACCA. I guess I just want to take some time and relax, enjoy that for a little while. And then probably, I think I haven't decided what I wanted to do afterwards. It's just to enjoy that, just for a little while. Because after all the studying and the hassle of working for so long and studying, just need a little break.
Yes, yes. What are some of your special interests? Because I have two. We have 2 photographers here. But I was telling you, 2 photographers, photographer 1 and photographer 2. So,
special interests. I guess I like to cook.
Okay.
I like to cook. Another thing that I do when I have spare time, I like to volunteer. And I haven't done it in a long time because I've been really busy. But the last thing I did, I did some courses with Red Cross and stuff like that. And it was my intention to start going and volunteering, but because everything got so busy, I kind of calmed down. So I guess when ACCA when I'm finished, I might start back doing things like that again. So yeah, I like to help people, I guess.
Just before I go to Krystle, Fareeda, when we spoke yesterday, I remember when I looked at your profile, and what jumped out at me was the support. I know you spoke about it, but me, I big on support. I keep talking support. Right? The fact that you lived at Kunaripo, and your dad, he drove taxi, and your mom, the kind of support, and that to me, in chatting about it with you, you were very, you were big on it. I mean, what kind of advice you would want to give to young people? I know we're not wrapping up, but I just want to talk about it in the context of anything can be achieved once you are determined, once you have the support. How you would want to respond to that?
I would say yes. Yes, anything can be achieved once you have support. But you also need to make your mind up. Okay, like I believe that once you make your mind up, I want to do something, nothing can really stop you. It doesn't matter your financial situation, where you grew up, just because where you grew up has a stereotype. That doesn't mean anything. You have to be you. You have to think of what you want, and you have to push yourself to that. It doesn't matter what anyone else is telling you. Once you make your mind up and you really try, no matter how many times you might fail, just keep on trying. Eventually you'll get there. That's what I would say.
Young audience, you all are listening. Krystle, my chartered accountant, what is there in the future for you? I know you have already gone to UE, done your BSc in accounting, is it?
Economics with a minor in accounting.
Good. You have completed the A.C.C.A, you're a full-fledged member. What can we expect from Krystle in your future?
Well, like Fareeda, I'm getting married in November.
So wait.
No, I'm getting married in November, but I also want to do, I just want to stem away from the academic a little bit. So I do want to go into photography.
She has admitted it now.
I do, yes. So I want to start that course because I always had a keen interest in photography. I've been, doing collages and stuff just at home, just for fun. Right. But I do want to get a little more training in that area. I want to focus more on my career. Although I went into auditing kind of haphazardly, I do love it. I love working where I work. It has given me so much training, so much exposure. So I do want to either delve more into internal auditing or come out of external for a while, see the different aspects of it in that area. So that's probably for the near future where that holds.
So per se, you are not thinking of specializing per se?
No. No, not as yet. I'm not sure. I'm still playing around with doing an MBA. You know, my friends are pushing me to do an MBA. My friends and my mother wanted me to do a master's. I have a lot of support as well, which is very, very important, I think. But I'm not 100% sure what direction I want to go as in.
No worries, we get there. We take a short break and we return to wrap up our very interesting program this evening with our young and upcoming accounting stars. Welcome back to Young and Upcoming on CNC3. We are at the end. I'm always upset when we're at the end, but we just have to end our conversations this evening. I want to sincerely thank my team, Miss Brenda Lee Tang, head of A.C.C.A Caribbean, Jeremy Mulgaldeen, A.C.C.A member, A.C.C.A affiliate, sorry. Fareeda Mohammed, A.C.C.A student, and my chartered and certified accountant, Krystle Lake. But folks, we need to get some closing thoughts. So Brenda, as we leave, I know you had maybe a comment to make about auditing in the context of what Krystle just mentioned.
Just two comments, if you allow me.
Yes.
Firstly, just to say that these are really stars, and especially your baby here who finished in such short order, because ordinarily it takes a little longer to finish the program. So they really are very strong in their own right. But also they would also have been members of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Trinidad and Tobago, ICAT, because the ACCA shares a joint examination scheme with them.
Oh, I see.
Yes, so they would all be, so all 18,000 students that we have in Trinidad also belong or are students of the Institute. And the president is Mr. Jeremy Mulgaldeen right now. So we share that good relationship with them.
Okay.
For you to practice as an auditor in Trinidad and Tobago, you must also hold a practicing certificate with the Institute.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I suspect at some point Krystle will have to hold a PC if she wants to sign off on the audit reports.
Excellent,
yes.
Excellent. Jeremy, and I'm referring to you as my baby star because you are in terms of the team. What would be a closing comment that you want to leave to our young audience?
What I would tell them to do is, once you set your mind on a goal, put measures in place so you can achieve that goal. Have your parents, like my parents, who really supported me. So once you have that support and you have a goal, you can do anything. The stars are your limit.
Excellent. Fareeda, young bride, bride to be.
What can I say? Yeah, I guess I'll agree with Jeremy. Push forward and try your best, and don't let anybody or anything demotivate you. That's what I would say.
Krystle?
I would say don't give up, because sometimes these things get so hard and they get so difficult, and a lot of different aspects of your life get in your way. But if you just keep going, you will get through it, you will complete. And family support, family needs to support their young ones. I mean, I have a lot of family support, and it definitely got me where I am today. So.
You will have been a beautiful team this evening, and viewers, again, you hear everyone, I mean including Ms. Lee Tang, spoke about the support that is so critical to the success of our youngsters. I mean, we will shout and we praise them, but at the end of the day, the support is important, and at different levels. What came out strong in the discussions today is the family support, and in terms of their own field, ACCA provides that holistic support in terms of shaping them into what they will become. And you see evidence here in terms of how they articulated and their future plans in terms of the ACCA program. Just to mention that we will be featuring the ACCA on another program, another very interesting program, so stay tuned for that. And I want to thank you for viewing. Thanks for your support. Until next time. Bye-bye.